Good morning and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 284, and I'm continuing the story of the slave girl Anis al-Jalis and Nur al-Din Ali ibn Khaqah. Now you might remember that we left the story with Harun al-Rashid, disguised as the fisherman Karim, having written a letter to the king of Basra, telling the king to step down and to emplace Nur al-Din in the kingship as the king of Basra. And Nur al-Din had questioned Harun al-Rashid about this, how a fisherman was in touch with the king. He basically replied that he'd gone to school with this other man, and that he always did whatever he asked. Well, Nur al-Din, he took the letter, he folded it, he kissed it, and he put it up in his turban, and he went on his way. Heart filled with lightness, that his life may be restored to a happy place. Now, as he left, the fisherman turned to Karim and he said, "We have had enough of you at this point in time. Here you bring some meager pieces of fish and you end up with a full purse. How is this? This is not okay." He said, "Show me what you have in that purse. And if it is silver, you must give it to me and keep a dirham for yourself. But if it is gold in there, you must give it all to me, and I will give you a dirham for your troubles." Well, Harun al-Rashid, he turned to Sheikh Ibrahim and he said, "I will give you half of what's in this purse, but I will keep the girl for myself." And Sheikh Ibrahim said, "You will not keep the girl for yourself. I will keep the girl, and I will keep the purse." "You are a scoundrel," he said. Now it turned out that Harun al-Rashid, while he was frying the fish, had instructed Jafar to go back to the palace and to bring with him one of his royal robes, to bring Monsieur back with him and 4 armed guards, and to stand beneath the window, one of the windows of the Palace of Statues, and that when he called out for help, at that point in time, Jafar should quickly enter, put the robe, one of his royal robes, over him, and attend to him with Monsieur and the 4 guards. So Harun al-Rashid, he refuses to give Sheikh Ibrahim the purse, and also refuses to give him the girl. And Sheikh Ibrahim gets really angry at this point in time. Anis al-Jalis is sitting watching all this transpire, and he takes a plate, porcelain plate, and he hurls it at Harun al-Rashid, who evades the plate, ducks past it. The plate crashes against the wall into pieces. And then Sheikh Ibrahim, seeing that that was of no use, he makes his way very quickly to one of the storerooms to fetch a stick with which to beat Karim. At this point in time, Karim, Harun al-Rashid, the caliph, commander of the faithful, calls out, "Help, help." And when he does, Jafar quickly comes in and puts one of his royal robes over his shoulders and gets a chair for him to sit in. Of course, coming in with Jafar's Monsieur and 4 armed guards. And when Sheikh Ibrahim comes out of the storeroom and sees Harun al-Rashid sitting there, his eyes open wide and he goes, "What am I seeing? Is this a dream or is this real? What what is this? And recognizing Harun al-Rashid, he begins to bite his nails and trembles and falls down on the floor and begins to recite some verses about, well, repenting for his sins and asking forgiveness of Harun al-Rashid because he has confessed all of his errors. Now, Harun al-Rashid had said to him, "What state do I see you in, Sheikh Ibrahim?" And Ibrahim said, "I'm sorry, it is pure folly. The mistake is completely mine." And he completely sobered up immediately, as you might imagine. Well, Harun al-Rashid forgave Sheikh Ibrahim, as was his nature to do. And then he beckoned for Anis al-Jalis to come. And for the 4 armed guards, he had her taken back to his palace and gave her a beautiful chamber to live within. When she was leaving, he had told her that he was going to keep her in the best of conditions, and that hopefully, in a short amount of time, once Nur al-Din was placed as king of Basra, he would have her and him reunited. And with this, the evening was over, and Harun al-Rashid and Jafar and Monsieur sat in the Palace of Statues and began to drink what wine was left, laughing over the night's unfolding. In the meantime, Nur al-Din was quickly making his way to Basra, and we will leave the story here and find out what happens when he arrives. Okay, thanks for joining. Have a good rest of your day.